That was Luke DeRoy Trio live at the Grid. What's up, guys? That was awesome.
Thank you.
So I'm just gonna pass the mic. Tell us about yourself.
Sure. My name's Ryan. I'm a student at UMass Amherst. I play a lot of jazz bass with the big upright guy, but I've been hanging out with these clowns for probably 2 years now, and it's been a ball just like learning these tunes and stuff.
My name's Ian. I'm not from out here, from Rockland, Massachusetts. It's like half hour south of Boston, but went to UMass for 2 years for jazz drum set performance. Sort of met him along the way and started playing out a lot, and then stopped going to school because it's too much money. But now I'm a cook at Judy's right around the corner, and I'm playing gigs every weekend, playing with him, playing with this guy and Khalif Neville. So I'm kind of just a drummer for hire, but this project's sort of where my heart's at. You know, these guys are my two best friends, so it's my roommate too. So.
So, I'm Luke DeRoy. I've been writing songs since I was 15 or so on the acoustic guitar, and then when I went to Berkeley in 2013 for a couple years, and somewhere around that time when I was back in my hometown of Amherst, I met Ian.
That Black Sheep, right?
At the Black Sheep, yep. And that's kind of how this whole thing started out. Ryan came in a little bit later, and it's just been great to have like really good homies, the people who are playing your music, getting together, like learning your stuff. It's nothing if it's not fun and your people. So we're just like, we can kind of like spend all our time together, and half the time is playing music and half the time is just like chilling. That's great.
So definitely not your grandfather's style of jazz. Where does your influence come from? Like, who do you guys admire? Like, how do you guys take those creativity and put into your music?
Well, I mean, this is nothing. It's very different from jazz, but I would say the biggest thing I took from jazz is the improvisational kind of aspect of it. And I think the one guy who does it the best in rock and roll is Jimi Hendrix, dude. And I know the three of us love Jimmy, and he's a huge inspiration for me, at least.
Yeah, jazz was kind of just like almost the vehicle that got me to be playing with the people I'm playing with now, and to be playing, I guess, the way that I'm playing, but we're not back here swinging, So for this kind of stuff, I listen to a lot of this guy Alan Stone. He's really great for the more kind of like soul stuff. I listen to a lot of like contemporary R&B, even like hip hop, Kendrick, all that stuff. But I go back to 90s grunge, like Soundgarden, Audioslave, Pearl Jam, and yeah, just I could go on forever about this, so I'm gonna pass the mic.
Nonchalant back there.
Yeah.
You're just rocking and swinging it.
Yeah, I grew up on a lot of Ben Harper, Jack Johnson, Amos Lee. And then there was Otis Redding. Yeah, John Mayer kind of came in and he threw me for a loop. I didn't know what he was doing there for a while, but then that definitely influenced me a whole bunch. When I started singing, people told me that I sounded like John Mayer, and so I tried to make that change. But yeah, I grew up on hip hop. Really is really the biggest thing. Like I know it's not always evident, but that's why I'm so glad to have these guys, because like you said, jazz was the vehicle that did all this. It was like jazz opens up all the options, and it allows you to kind of try new things. And once I started studying jazz, looking into those, all the legends that I didn't know about, I realized of all the possibilities, and we just kind of started throwing stuff down. It was like I started writing a whole bunch of songs just because of that. So yeah, the mix between jazz and like a lot of old school hip hop is big time where I come from.
All right. I'm gonna give the mic to one of you guys. Do you guys work with local bands?
Yes.
Any shout outs to particular ones?
Yeah. Band Mammal Dap is some of our very good friends. The bass player's name is Reed Sutherland. I met him my freshman year of college. I started playing in a hip hop band called Yewo. Which is actually, I was playing with them when I met Luke. But Reed he also has a studio out of his house in Chicopee. Fully taxable, fully functioning studio. So he's been our recording engineer throughout the process of working on our album and everything. And he's just been, super supportive. And Zach Cross is the keyboard player for that band, and he's on our EP as well. So they've been almost like our like parent band out here.
Mm-hmm.
But then, people like Spirit Ghost, I heard they did a thing here. I'm very good friends with their drummer, Steve Kerr. What else?
Matali Banda.
Yeah, Matali.
Matali Banda dropped an album last night, or actually the album's coming out next month, but the show was last night. Mammal Dat was his band. They was basically Mammal Dat featuring Matali, and they were going by the Oneness Project featuring Matali, Shaka Banda, and that's definitely worth checking out because that was a great show. Just brand new stuff. So and that's like when we dropped our first single, The Road, which was the second song that we played today. Matali was on that track. We recorded it with Reed in Chicopee, and Matali helped form that vibe, and that kind of got us going as a trio.
Yeah.
It was the first time we recorded, and so it was a good time, good vibes.
All right, one last question. Give us your give the fans the 411. Like, what's going on with you guys? Shows. You guys are working on new stuff. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the guy for this. I'm so bad with logistics.
Yeah, hey, I mean, me too. It's all kind of scattered. It's, we're always looking for gigs. Yeah, we're always looking for gigs. We're going to Abandoned Building Brewery later, in a half an hour. I'm there, every month. If these guys can't make it, I'll do it by myself. But we have a residency type of thing there, and we're kind of looking to branch out. We've been doing a lot of writing. There's a whole backlog of music that I have that I'm still introducing to these guys, and we've recently been writing together, kind of come up with ideas and throw them at each other. And so there's a lot of stuff kind of getting thrown at the wall. And although I just got on my Facebook that our first draft of our first logo was a year ago.
Whoa.
So it doesn't really feel like
That's
that. It
crazy.
seems like brand new. We kind of have been, we're all pretty busy doing our own thing. We kind of got our whole, kind of like to think of it as like the Wu-Tang Clan, where everybody's got their own individual project, and we come together and make good music, and that's kind of where it's at. It's kind of just going slow, and hopefully we can get some more gigs, because we're trying to really ramp up the gigging as we proceed. So.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. Totally looking forward to it. All right. That was Luke DeRoy Trio live at the Grid. Check us out, Amherst Media and AmherstCollective.org. Peace.